They didn't make it as easy with that boy. They listened to the psychologists, but it was already too...
Wir besuchen Alice mal. Hallo!
You must be Sam.
Ja. Nein, wir gucken hier nicht auf den Rock.
I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont.
Mhm.
I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
In welchem Zusammenhang stehst du zu ihr?
Yes. We were
Was?
friends.
Okay.
I hadn't known her for long. Only a few weeks.
Aha.
We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
Mhm.
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
Meine Nachbarn machen Lärm.
Oscar, yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind, but she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
Warum nicht?
I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked. The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be. That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
Muss jemand sein, der dich auch kennt.
I don't think so. We were very discreet. It was more fun that way. Not very well.
Ich glaube, er könnte
He's done a
auch
few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. He's fine. He keeps asking me to pose for him, you know, without any clothes on.
Mhm.
I always say no.
Also ist er so ein kleiner Perverser. Hm?
We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
Mhm.
He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30.
Wo
On
warst du
air?
bisher?
We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding.
Mhm.
This is just between us, right?
Ja, wen soll das erzählen?
We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy.
Mhm.
Poe and Dorota, people I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. I was a Hollywood actress, and there were hundreds of magazines and newspapers all piling up on the red carpet, and they all had my picture on the front cover. But the red carpet wasn't carpet. It was a pool of blood. and it seeped through all the pages. Then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam? I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine. Just don't hurt me. Or let me get hurt. Sam, you forgot your phone.
Danke.
I don't recognize anyone in the photos. I'm trying to
Hi. Eigentlich will ich nicht mit dir reden.
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here.
Schön für sie.
Couple of times, promo shoots, that sort of thing. Look, I know where you're going with this. Yes, I asked her if she'd do a boudoir session with me. She turned me down. No big deal.
Warum willst du überhaupt?
No, I got the photos that I needed anyway.
Du bist ein ganz ekliger Typ. Dich mag ich
And
nicht.
it's just not perhaps not how it used to be. They want to reconnect, or perhaps
Jetzt ist er nicht da?
they maybe have not attended to their family as they wanted to, as the family had wanted to.
Well, Poe, if I'm honest, you want...
Besuchen jeden nochmal.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia.
Hallo.
She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
Ja.
What's your name?
Sam?
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you.
Mhm.
Do you want to know a secret?
Ja, erzähl.
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. Shh. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you?
Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio. Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something. I don't remember now.
Die Facecam. Warum? Ihr Leute, immer.
She has a wicked imagination for her age.
Was ist mit Kindern?
I was seeing and hearing things that weren't there. That's why I'm taking pills.
Mhm. Also, wie wir schon sagten, Schizophrenie.
I needed to confide
Muss
in
nicht sein.
someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont,
Und der ist eine
And now you.
Labertasche.
apparently. Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
Ja, okay. Ich frage ja nur. Nein, wir gehen jetzt. Wenn du dich schon so aufregst, wenn du dich schon so aufregst, dann müssen wir gar nicht weiter. Vor allem mit dir will ich mich nicht unbedingt anlegen.
How could you let Chief Dupont do that? I'm not talking to you until you get this fixed. Bronwyn was on Tarotasm, Sam. Just like she was an hour ago. And they record everything, so her alibi should be without question. She was just lying to protect Lexi. She's maternal like that.
Ich habe nichts zu tun. Warum ist es meine Schuld?
Long after.
Oh my god, Sam, what are we going to do? The chief can't just lock Bron up like that, can he? You know she's innocent.
I found one. Opened the gates of madness and experienced the beast's feet.
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
Leider kann er doch verhaften, weil sie verdächtig ist. Aber eigentlich, ich weiß nicht, wie das in Amerika ist. Ich meine, in Amerika sind es 48 Stunden, die man jemanden festhalten darf. Hier in Deutschland, glaube ich, auch.
What do you know about it? Yeah, I pulled in a few bug-eyed aliens, but they wouldn't confess. We've got a murder to solve. Can we talk about this later?
Du und Violet, ihr habt irgendwas. Ist eine Beziehung oder sowas?
Was not connected with the police manhunt after the body was found.
Ach, ja, er war immer noch nicht da.
Maybe it's true that the devil looks after his own. Tonight's the night. It's been building up in me for the last 8 days, so tonight...
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Jetzt können wir sogar ihn. Kann man damit irgendwas machen? Mit ihr können wir auf jeden Fall was machen. Wenn wir zum Chief gehen. Und zu ihm hier. Aber wenn wir zu ihm werden, können wir damit irgendwas machen, außer zu ihr gehen? Nicht wirklich. Komm her, Violet.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Okay.
Hostile eyes on the back of my head as I head towards the dark end of the street.
Geh zum Chief.
Violet, if this is about releasing people from prison, the answer is no. I'm going to need hard evidence for that to happen. Now, go! Back to the guest house?
An innocent passerby the chance to save himself.
Wo wollten wir noch hin?
Footsteps slow.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this.
Ja.
It's a picture of the rota.
Wirklich.
I don't want to see pictures of your conquests.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
Was siehst du denn darin?
A girl holding a cello.
Just my mind playing tricks, I guess. Sometimes when I drink enough and I'm alone enough, I can step into them.
Da ist ein komischer Schatten, aber...
Step into them.
It's like a hologram. The pictures become three-dimensional and I can move around inside them. Like virtual reality, but real. The picture comes alive when I'm inside it. Things move around. They talk.
Oh nein. Sag mir jetzt nicht, du bist ein Wanderer.
Talk.
And this one, it's just a rota. So I'm in her living room. She says that she should have been nicer to me. And I should make her be nice.
You're insane.
That's why I want a picture of you.
Nein.
So I can get inside it.
Nein.
Let anyone get close to you is a phrase I've heard more than a few times. It's true. And of course, I will not tell them why. There's no... But I once had to feed
Elise,
the
wo
beast
bist du?
twice in 6 weeks.
Elise, wir sind wieder bei
I
Elise.
usually get
Ah,
about
das
a
fällt mir
week's
jetzt erst
morning,
auf.
so clearly holidays are out. I dare not be anywhere where I don't know the ground well. Work was difficult, so I went freelance as soon as I could manage to earn enough to make ends meet. Then at least that worked out pretty well. Programming makes me good money.
Wo seid ihr alle?
Circulation for a week or two.
Sind alle spazieren?
Wondering how many others there are out there. How many beasts? Or am I?
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Alice.
Alice, Entschuldigung. Nicht
I was pretty
Elise.
close.
Ich würde jetzt trotzdem Elise sagen.
But everyone since has put themselves in my path. It's a way to live with the monstrosity of it. It's barbaric,
Wollen wir
but
mit ihr zu Violet ist nicht da.
it takes those that the world is better off without.
Ruf ein Taxi.
I find a good spot.
Fahren wir einmal. Er ist auch nicht da. Vielen Dank.
Deep in shadow, under dark walls with a shutter.
Wo seid ihr alle hin? Macht ihr heimliche
I
Treffen?
stagger.
Ihr seid alle komisch.
For a moment, I think the footsteps are going to pass,
Ach so,
but
ja.
he,
Ja, doch.
and it is always he,
Du bist auch
is just being
mutig.
careful before he.
Achso. Ich dachte hier. Nein.
Hey, mate, you got a light? His voice is higher pitched than I expected. Nerves making him speak, perhaps. I turn slowly as if I'm.
What are you doing here? Go rescue Bronwyn.
Kann ich ja nicht.
I look him in the face. He looks rough. It's after midnight and cool.
Was schüttelst du
His
den
eyes are
Kopf?
glazed
Hä?
over with large pupils.
Mit die kann ich.
Smackhead, I guess, in need of his medicine. Well, me. Fuck you! Give me the money! He pulls out the knife from inside his jacket. 8 inches. Big enough to skewer an elephant.
Ist immer noch nicht da.
Needed to see the threat. Come through.
Hi. Leider kann er das.
Why? Well, then I've made a mistake. Whoops! A few hours in the cell works magic on most people, even tarot readers. Look, I see you're starting to care for these people already, but Violet's been watching them like a hawk. If you can convince her, you convince me.
Hups, das ist kein Hups. Das ist Freiheitsberaubung.
We've got a new target. Alice Monroe. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn was logged into a call centre system called Tarotasm. I heard the recordings from last night. It's her voice. So as much as it pains me to say it, Bronwyn isn't a suspect. But Lexi and Rain still are. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet.
Yeah.
Not many people would know that. That's it.
Ja, im Grunde.
I pull my hood closer, seeking anonymity, meeting no eyes as I
Also
walk.
Bronwyn ist raus.
Trafalgar
Wir haben aber
Square
immer
at
noch
last.
Violet,
So full of people, none of them
Lexi,
knowing an almost
Wayne und Zack.
post-orgasmic lethargy fills me as I wait in the rain. By the time the night bus arrives, the high has passed, leaving me drained and depressed.
Was können wir machen? Was können wir machen? Eigentlich gar nichts. Doch, wir können jetzt zu ihm und zu Lex, Violet gehen.
Hi. Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Vielleicht erfahren wir dadurch mehr.
A one-bedroom flat in the most anonymous block I could find. I
Besuch Violet.
Claude.
Hi. Bringt nichts, wir können uns nicht
feel the
unterhalten mit dir.
satiated slumber of the beast and the memory of the assault group.
Er ist nicht da.
Long to sleep myself, but everything must be put in order.
Sie ist nicht da.
Disposal. I'll take them to the dump tomorrow first thing. Then I'll need to trawl through the charity shops ready for the next time.
Ja, mach mal ihn. Dann gehen wir.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Ja, dass du ein Arschloch bist.
60 years from now,
Entschuldigung.
battering a victim with.
Gehen wir zu Violet.
I need to talk about Ellis Monroe.
What have you been doing with Ellis Monroe?
What haven't I been doing?
You are so irritating.
Want to...
Is that really all you think about? Starting to look like August has a serial killer targeting redheads. Look at my hair, Zach. Does this look red to you?
Nein, gar nicht.
In 6
Mag
years,
deine
the Slayer
Haarfarbe,
had
du hast
never
schöne
been
Haare.
merciful. Back in the deep shadow beneath the broken
rufe
street
ein
lamp
Taxi.
lay the bodies
Können wir
of
vielleicht
two
so-
young men.
Können wir...
Zach,
Hi.
what are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
Ja, das können wir machen. Oh nein! Wen heizt sich da jetzt wieder gegen wen auf?
Good to know. I'm not one of them though, so... Unless there's anything else?
Pose for me.
Zach, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Just undo a few buttons.
Boah, du bist so ein Schwein.
Are you bullying me into taking my clothes off for you? That's sleazy. Just leave, Zach, before I call Chief DuPont.
The field of archaeology hadn't had a breath of fresh air in 8 months. This,
Können wir mit ihm auch... Er ist nicht da.
a lack of sunlight,
Oscar ist die ganze Zeit verschwunden.
and the project's mounting work pressure had gone so far to affect his physical appearance. He had even started to avoid mirrors.
Was können wir noch machen? Eigentlich können wir nichts weitermachen.
Discoveries he had never dared dream of, much
Gehen wir
less
doch mal alle ab.
What are you doing here? Go rescue Bronwyn.
Im Grunde habe ich das
first arrived here,
getan.
their excitement had been almost unbearable. Spark of enthusiasm had faded, like a falling...
Hi, Violet.
And you're sure it was her? Then it couldn't be her, could it?
Yeah.
You want me to tell Claude, don't you? Sorry, I mean Chief DuPont. Fine, fine, I'll call him.
War der Ton jetzt hier oder bei mir?
linguistics, and exobiology respectively. Dimitri glanced
Oh, ihr wollt immer
at
noch
their
nicht
hollow
mit mir
cheeks
reden.
and the dark circles under their eyes. It seemed the moon had taken its toll on Earth.
Ist Oscar nicht da?
As they waited for the elevator to reach the bottom,
Du hast nichts zu sagen? Hi. Du siehst immer aus, als hätte man dich... Es ist nicht böse gemeint, als hätte man dich geschlagen.
astonishingly smooth,
Hi.
Fine. Let me do the paperwork. I'm starting to regret hiring you. Maybe you should concentrate on something else. We've got a new target, Alice Monroe. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn was logged into a call center system called Tarotasm. I heard the recordings from last night. It's her voice. So as much as it pains me to say it, Bronwyn isn't a suspect. But Lexi and Rain still are. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Wir haben noch immer Lexi als Täter, Rain als Täter, Zack als Täter. Und ich würde mal nicht Elise rausstreichen.
The others eyed him with concern. I'm not sure that's wise, said Dr. Remington, clearly echoing the thoughts of the other two scientists.
Was können wir denn jetzt noch machen?
Perhaps it was Dimitri's frustration.
Spricht ihr denn jetzt mit mir? Oh, machst auf jeden Fall was anderes.
Yes, I met her at the radio station. I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free.
Okay.
In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. We couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity.
Was passierte zu Yuri? Was passierte mit Yuri, soll's heißen?
Because he said he'd see us again. In August. Before we even knew it was a month and a place.
Ich hab ja so einen Verdacht.
Yes, Dr. Utani, I hear you loud and clear, he replied.
Ich kann wieder zum Bronwyn. Hi, was sagst du mir? Ich hab dich rausgeholt.
A little bit. What did you want to know? A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony. We've all known about them for hundreds of years. We just know them by different names. Demons, skinwalkers, Jack the Ripper. They're all travelers. Three attempts? Yes, that's likely. But 3 victims? That's up to you, Sam. No pressure.
Oh, nein, gar nicht!
No.
Okay.
I can do a reading if you want.
Oh, das wäre für dich praktisch. Was meinen die Karten dazu?
9 of Cups. This is a very positive card. Is Zach a suspect? Something feels wrong. He's too smug, too self-congratulating, like he's got away with something. I don't like this, Sam. I don't like this one bit at all. I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help, though. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
Ja, sie sind beide rothaarig, ja. Sie müssten beide... Ich bin so ziemlich auf Zack. Sie sind auf jeden Fall beide
rothaarig. Not necessarily. If it's a traveler, then they just jump into any vessel, have their fun and go. It just needs to be someone nearby. Was it a gold coin? That's more of a serial killer thing than a possessed by a traveler thing. It's a bit showy, but well, there's no guarantees.
Aber es muss doch irgendeine Bedeutung haben. Im weitesten Sinne könnte man meinen, Geld im Mund heißt, sie verkaufen sich.
Yes, of course. Anything. Why Violet?
Sie ist
Do you
mir
think
sehr...
she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you? Leave it with me, I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet.